We'll now go into our public hearing with the proposed amendment to the Constables rules and regulations. Roger, if you would come down, please. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let me thank you.
All right. I'm not good with my phone, and with the wrestling, so I'll be taking to moving around. So it might affect the opening process any of the moving, but what I want to discuss tonight, briefly, well, before I introduce my presentation, what I want to do is just while he was here, you know, the staff were used, Vicky Hyde as the chief constable. He left the framework for what is the progressive into now. In 2009, he formulated all of the policies and procedures for the constable department. So he set the framework of what the constable department is doing. So division check, support operations, security, public outreach. This is something that, like, say, we would not even have uniform if it wasn't for us. So, what I want to do is just give you a glimpse of what the constable department actually do. The constable is a public official. They're appointed. Some counties, they are elected. Constables are peace officers by the New York State Code of Peace Law 221 bill. I believe that if some of you have seen it, I left a copy of that bill. This is a copy of the Code of Peace Law. Here's what is the powers of the constable, of the peace officer. All constables are trained to go to the New York State Approved Peace Officer training. They have completed a Peace Police Officer Academy. So they are trained. But the difference between the two, the peace officer has a maximum training hours, training time for it, of approximately 180 hours. That's the maximum. It does not mean that because of the particular job, or job task involved, that the employer, the town, can give more training. So what is the benefit of training? Eliminating or lowering the risk of liability to the town or to the agency that is performing. Now, constables within the town, they serve as the president of the town, president or town supervisor. They act as court officers. They act as security for town board meetings, security for social events, and anything that the town board or town supervisor believes that is appropriate for the constable to do. Now, does that mean that if the town supervisor says, well, we're going to have a party in our house, everybody come over and they can talk about, it means appropriate activity for the constable according to their responsibilities and powers. Now, what I have proposed is an amendment to the town code. And if you look at Code of Peace Law, you know, line by line, it is the same. also it's going to have the following power. And then it lists all the powers that they are eligible to perform. Here's the town code. It is plain. It establishes the constable's office. Prior to this, within the town government, it did not list the constable's office. The still doing the job, still doing the function, but as one of the movies that comes to mind about this is Brother Where Art Thou? There was one particular scene they're talking about the father, and the little girl says, "You're not bona fide." Well, this makes us bona fide. This makes us perfect. So, going from what Robin has basically created, we are now becoming a little bit more solid. We have bone, skin, substance. Now, does this increase the authority? No, it doesn't. It doesn't add to the law. We're not adding to the law. The law is law. We cannot make one rest. If the cowboy says, "Go here, go out and kill this one," I'm not going to break the law. But the law, the state law says, no, you can't. One of the questions that was presented, well, what gives you personally the authority to do this? Well, not the authority, but what background do you have in order to do what you want to do? Well, this is my Department of Criminal Justice record of all of my training. Not some people can read it. I don't think so. But just to give you a little background, I have a bachelor's degree in behavioral science, I have a associate's degree in health service. In the military, I retired master fitness trainer, total army instructor trainer, company trainer, mobilization planner, I have a Bronze Star, Army Commendation Medal, Joint Services Achievement Medal, Army Reserve Component Achievement Medal. It goes on and on and on. I'm not going to go into this yet because I'm talking. Law enforcement. I retired from the New York State Department of Environment and Conservation at 21 years. There, I was defensive tactics instructor, firearms instructor, general conflict instructor, physical fitness instructor. I taught the academy. The honors there, I received New York State Director of Law Enforcement Commendation Medal. I received the Victor Hinckley Memorial Award for Lifetime Achievement. I received the New York State Officer of the Year Award for 2016. This is just a part of my credentials. So if someone says, well, how can we train the officers? I think that is off beyond. Will it be today that this particular officer will be trained? No. I'm not going to give you that promise. However, in the future, not probably this year, not next year, but we will get to the point that we are part-time. Part-time officers can only do but so much. So therefore, training will have to be extended out. I was told that we're going to go out and randomly stop cars, post pull people over. You can't do that. It is not within our training boundaries to do that. Training reduces liability and risk. You do not want an officer to be able to walk through an officer once the signal starts blinking and then say, I don't know. That is the worst thing that you have done ever. My agenda for the future is to train the people in the world. You have the resources from other agencies in order to accomplish it. We're taking baby steps. No one is going to run out of the food bar without being fully trained. The taxpayers and the residents of Wheatfield deserve that. So, when you see a council out there, I would say there is a process that being created for everything is how we do it. In closing, I kind of sound like Rick Warren a little bit here. This is a copy of civil service description for constable department. This was made up years ago from United County Civil Service. I didn't make it up. Robert didn't make it up. It's already in print. And it says that it's the people who work for you. Patrol an assigned area on foot or vehicle. Enforces vehicle and traffic law. Check unoccupied businesses and residential. Investigate suspicious activity. Serves or executes attachments, writs, processes, orders of court. Responds to complaints or calls or assistance. Assist other emergency response agencies. It goes on and on. This has already been established. So if it's already been established, why not do it? If the public is reading this, and they're saying, well, you're supposed to respond to stuff. But if you don't have the training behind it, you're just like
Look up your left hand. Yeah, hit it.
well, the thing is that you don't want, as a taxpayer, as a resident, you don't want that. You want an educated, you want a knowledgeable constable. Someone that's going to check your house and be able to do an efficient and effective job. So, unfortunately, I think a lot, so that's why I'm in. My anticipation is more like a training than a
Roger, do me a favor. Would you stand over here, and whoever has questions, please come up to the microphone. You have 3 minutes.
My question is, can you spell out exactly what the specific duties are that you're looking to expand with the department? Overtime.
I'm sorry?
Overtime, you said overtime.
Basically, anything that pertains to the building of the police anyhow.
Okay.
So, if that means we have to do more house checks, and actually get out of the car and know how to search properly, that's what we need to do. But the first thing is, like I said, you have started to do an inspection. What kind of training do you need? You have to do training how to give out pictures of it is not worthwhile. Training how to maybe drive the car, e-box. That was one thing that you want to see. E-box. E-box is emergency vehicle operation. If you don't know how to handle an emergency situation, if you're driving fast and going through homes or going through a congested area, you're dangerous. You're a risk. So anything that pertains to maintaining the peace within the town, that's what we're going to train on. So we have to assess first, as a each road department, assess first what we need to do. Recommended that just any of the monitors, any other street corner, making sure someone stops and stuff. Make sure someone doesn't dance around with people. Make sure someone doesn't jump on the neighbor's lawn or park in their driveway. Those are things that are.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me just digress just for a few minutes. I appreciate your kind words, but in my tenure as a constable and chief constable, we got some things accomplished, and I'm happy for that, but I truly cannot take any more credit than any of my predecessors before me, so we just progressed as we went through. The only thing I'm going to bring out here is that the Constable Department, in case nobody knows, was established in 1863 at the very first organizational meeting of the town board of the town of Wheatfield. Constables have been appointed ever since then. Made slow progressions in the services that they provide over the years, and that's a good thing. I still say that my firm belief is that the main duties of the Wheatfield Constable Department lie within the things that we've been providing for quite some time. As Roger stated, security at sessions of the town board, sessions of the town court, any other meetings, budget meetings, zoning board meetings, whatever that may be. And then enforcement of town ordinances. We've often served with the building department and the building inspector's department and serving paperwork. I firmly believe that is where the roots of the constable department are, and it should be. Once you start stepping outside of that, I know the talk before I retired is getting into more activity on calls, more patrol sessions, taking a more active role in the street, possibly even integrating vehicle and traffic law stuff over the time. That was all discussed with me prior to that. I want to go on record as saying that I have some severe concerns, some very, very deep concerns about that. The Constable Department is made up of part-time employees. These part-time employees have full-time careers outside of here. I understand training is important. I'm a firefighter, I'm a paramedic, I was a constable. Training never ends. It always continues to grow. However, I just want to express to the town board my severe concern about the safety issues that would come into play. When you talk about a 45-hour course presentation that a constable would have to go through to, for example, just to do a traffic stop, that is a minuscule amount of training, and I would feel very unsafe. And I think as a town board you should consider the amount of liability both personally and to the town that would extend to our officers as well as the board and the town, residents of the town. I can assure you that I've been a employee of the Sheriff's Office for 21 years. Okay, I deal with the radio end of traffic stops on a routine basis. If you don't know already by now, that a traffic stop is probably one of the, if not the most dangerous situation a police officer will ever find him or herself in. I can tell you that just 4 nights ago, traffic stop was called out, and within 2 minutes, the officer screaming over the radio in a foot chase right here in Niagara County. I don't want to see that happen to any of our officers. When a deputy sheriff, for example, takes training on a traffic stop, we're proposing, the numbers that were proposed to me when I was still chief was a 45-hour class. Just be aware, when a deputy sheriff goes to the academy, they spend an entire module of training on traffic stops. Once they complete their 19 weeks in the academy, they then transition to an FTO, a field training officer period. That goes on for about 3 months, where these officers are working 40 hours a week for 3 months, doing hundreds of traffic stops before they're let to go on their own, or before they're let to take part in any other calls before they go on their own, not just limited to vehicle and traffic. I'm talking anything. With the way our department is right now, with the part-time staffing which we have, which I still firmly believe in, I think that when things like that are coming down the pipe, I would certainly hope that the town board would take into consideration the safety issues and the liability issues for our guys and girls, whoever they may be. They could.
If I may just say, when do you think that, because I missed about 3 minutes. Are you saying that you're going to do it now?
No, you said over a period of time. I'm saying that unless you're going to hire full-time people, and this is going to be their full-time career, I personally, as a former constable and former chief constable, cannot stand behind an idea like that.
It will be years.
I understand that.
So you're saying 5 years down the road, you're talking about now for 5 years down the road? Or?
Okay, Roger, rather than get into a discussion, Robin, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate your comment.
I understand it's 3 minutes, but I certainly hope the safety and the lives of our officers mean more than a 3-minute conversation. Thank you.
Your comments, I appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody else? Comments on Robin's or Roger's presentation? All right, I'm going to. Fran, are you related to this presentation or something else? Okay.
I think the officers that you guys have in Niagara Falls or Niagara County, are they even our police officers, or do we loan them from somewhere else?
I'm sorry, Fran, what was the question?
The police officers that we have to come to our area, are they, I live in Wheatfield, so are they Wheatfield sheriffs?
We have Niagara County Sheriff, we have the state police, and we have the town of Wheatfield Constables.
So how many sheriffs do we have in Wheatfield?
I'm sure it varies, but we always have at least one deputy here.
One deputy. Don't you think it'd be beneficial for us to have our constables, maybe not all of them at a time, but maybe a couple of them at a time, to go through a police academy or whatever?
We've all been through the police academy.
I mean, to be not a real officer,
Well,
but to be out there fighting crime.
You know, that's, well, this proposal is to expand some of the responsibility. And I appreciate what Robin said, and this is something we're looking at, is expanding some of the responsibilities of the constable. I can assure you that there wouldn't be a constable if we do, or when we do pass this law, that there will not be a constable hitting the street without the proper training and the proper equipment to perform the job. I don't want to see anybody, whether it be Niagara County Sheriff or a constable, in harm's way. And I have already assured many residents that, in fact, they won't hit the road. And the whole idea behind this wasn't to hinder or to infringe on the Sheriff's Department or State Police, but if anything, to work in conjunction with that. Numerous calls a week we get are related to stop signs on subdivisions. And the last thing we want to do is have our sheriff's deputies and state police sitting on subdivision watching people run subdivision signs or stop signs. This is something our constables do locally. It's a matter of a phone call from me. Somebody can be there. And as an example, I was on Whitmer Road the other day looking at our for sale signs just there, and I parked on Fortune. 3 people ran the stop sign in about 5 minutes' time, and one never even slowed down.
Pull off the clutch and it's a cruiser.
Well, I mean, it is. And those are some of the things. And one of the comments Roger made to me, he says some people have the fear that we're going to go out and start writing tickets all over. That's not the intent.
You know what, I'm not even here at this meeting to
Yeah.
talk about tickets or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm here because of criminal matters, so we're gonna do this at the next meeting, because it has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
We'll talk at the next, there's a meeting right after this, right?
I'm sorry?
There's a board meeting right after this?
Yes, there is. And you want to speak again, Fran?
I think
Okay. Anyone else? Motion to close the public